Okay, well, next lesson is I'm gonna teach you on how to make add modifiers. Okay, these add modifiers I'm gonna teach you, and this is also important one. Add modifiers, which mean give you effects. It give you effects. Like example. Okay, so you can find add modifiers by clicking this one, this tool, and then click add modifier. So the most important add modifier is array, mirror, solidify, substitution, surface, and that is the most important and the most useful and the most people use it in add modifiers. So let me take example, but first time I'm gonna delete this two-dimension block by clicking faces. Okay, why? Well, I'm gonna explain about array. Array is something duplicate with automatically. It's something duplicate automatically, and like I have explained, like Control D. You see, Control D. Oops. Control D. Shift D. Sorry. We will form one by one again, one by one, one by one. It's really boring. It's really wasting of time, right? But it can tell you Control D where you want to move it, and that is the positive one. But if you click array, it just show you by clicking this upline, just upline. But if you're gonna change the position, you can change it, so it's only change it. But when you click Control D or Shift D, sorry, you can simply duplicate anywhere you're gonna like it to move it, and that is array. Okay, next step is about substitution surface, which means substitution surface is give you more nice object, and it's more complex. So when it render it, it's also need much memory. Okay, so add modifier, you just need to know about fuse and render. Okay, fuse, I'm gonna click fuse. I'm gonna click smooth. Okay, so it will be formed like this. So how about render? Render, well, it seems like it's not function at all, but when you click render, it will function at all. Well, the difference between fuse and render, fuse, which means it shows you directly, and render, it shows you just in render. So that's why it says render, rendering. Okay. Well, we have okay, we're almost done. And about cycles render, Blender render and cycles render, and U control. Okay, so this cycles render, Blender render, and U control, there's have something relationship. Okay, so I'm gonna take example of Blender render and cycles render. Why people use cycles render at the first time? Okay, like example, they open Blender and they at the first time change into cycles render. Why? Well, I'm gonna explain. I don't know why they do that. Well, actually it's not really important one, but I'm gonna explain Blender render and cycles render. Cycles render, which means it can give you effect of the picture and color. Blender render, it can give you effect just color. Well, cycles render, it give you just color too, and this one just give a color too, but both of them is different. Blender render, it will show you the color directly, automatically, while cycles render, it will show you the color just in rendering. Okay, let me take example by clicking cycles render in here. Okay, or maybe Blender render at the first time. Okay, so Blender render, you're gonna change the color. The only way is just material by clicking this ball, two-dimension ball, and then diffuse, and just drag here. You see the color, it will be changed. And how about specular? Well, it's not really important about specular. Well, just give you more bright, maybe. but well, it's not really important about this specular. Oh, maybe I'm gonna drag here, drag black, oh, whatever it is. Well, mostly it's only diffuse. Well, shading is still lots of it, and that's not really important one. So so blend render, it will form view directly. Okay, so how about cycles render? Click new, color, it will not change, of course, like I have explained. It will not change. If you click render, it will change it. Okay, so well, believe or not, I'm gonna take you example about this one. So maybe this color is, let me change it into red. Well, it's not, change it. So if I'm gonna click render by clicking F12, okay, took lots of time here. Okay, oh, you can see this, you see this color changes. Well, that one is blend render. So I'm gonna prove to you about cycles render. Okay, it's gonna change it, and you can see this red, like I have changed it into red. Okay, but if you're gonna change it into blue, well, it's not form it. Of course, it's not form it, because this is 100% gonna render it, and you cannot change it. Okay, so you have understand it, and click X again. Okay, next one is about adding picture image texture. So I'm gonna click color, mixture is cycles render, like I have explained you, it's only appear or exist in texture. I'm gonna click this 2-dimension ball and click it image texture. Well, next one is gonna click open and then find your image. It's up to you what image you like it. So I'm gonna take example of my image. So okay, wow, this image is too much, so it's impossible gonna click one by one and check it if the picture is really correct or not. So too easy to see it, that's the way, by clicking thumbnails, display mode for the list, which means thumbnails, and click it and will form it. Okay, I'm gonna click maybe this picture, and the color is yellow, and open image. Okay, well, it's still not changed, but when you click preview, it will change here, which means it's ready to render it, and click paste the color in here. But when there's no color like this of your picture, well, there's something on your computer. Okay. Well, to add color, to add picture, you simply click in the right side of the object node and click it viewport shading texture. Whoa, why it will form a yellow color? And this is also yellow color. It's like camouflage. Well, as I know, 2.77 version is exists like this, but in another version it won't change the color. Okay, so next one, it's still not changing the color. How is it to changing the color? By clicking view control. Sorry, it's only appear or exists in edit mode. Okay, right here, and this is view control. Okay, well, view control and click unwrap. Why does it not happen? Because you don't select it. Where you gonna select and paste the picture in this object, right? So it's still not selected. So gonna click V control, which means you selected everything. Okay, you need to select everything, or if you don't select this, maybe, okay, it won't paste here. So I'm gonna click U and unwrap. You can see it will not change it. Okay, gonna click in here. Sorry. You unwrap. Okay. I've just select everything and will form like this. So that is how to pasting picture in one object or selected object. Okay, so if understand it. So next one is, sorry, okay, and last one is material, cycles render. Okay, well, material is just like this. It's just the same like, yeah, material is just to add texture, add color, or maybe like that, and surface. And you also can try one by one, like transparent, form so transparent, hair. You can try it by one, but in this blender, it just only exists in diffuse. But when you click render, it will form like glossy. It can form in here. It's never cannot be formed in here, except if you click rendering like glass. Okay, well, maybe that's all about to understand the tutorial of the, yeah, it's not tutorial actually, to understand the Blender 3D, because I have shared the secret to you guys about how to easy to understand the Blender 3D. I hope you can understand it. You can also find my design in YouTube, my YouTube video. Well, it's really interesting making design, especially in Blender 3D rather than 3D Studio Max. Mostly they choose Blender 3D. And why? Because Blender 3D is easy. If 3D Studio Max, maybe there's something gonna scrape it. I don't know what's that, but I love Blender 3D. Okay, subscribe my video, like my video, and also share my video. I hope you can understand it. Good morning.